It seems like in spite of various wishes from numerous big names, just the nearby circle of Jamie Foxx's companions is genuinely mindful of the genuine condition of the Foundation grant victor. Thus far, we've been hearing blended refreshes about what's really the deal with the entertainer, yet this time we are near get some genuine data coming from Tiffany Haddish. Well, regardless of her own life being train wreck over the most recent 10 months, Tiffany remains genuinely stressed over her companion. And obviously, she has something to tell about the questionable update on James' Instagram account. Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. So, Oscar-winning entertainer appears to have ended a quiet, without precedent for 3 weeks after his earnest hospitalization. And 2 or 3 days prior on May 3, he even posted a seriously problematic distribution through his Instagram, purportedly coming from Jamie Foxx himself. The post's straightforward message on the Dark Foundation peruses value all the adoration feeling honored. This was the principal official update since April 11, and the absolute first coming from the entertainer himself anyway. Simultaneously, Fox declares that Jamie Foxx won't have the new time of and will be supplanted by Scratch Cannon. Indeed, you can see the reason why many fans didn't buy this message and checked it as far-fetched on the grounds that nothing else was posted by Jamie's girl Corinne, and her underlying post about her father's hospitalization was erased. While these messages give a few fans trust, others don't really accept that and continue to look for reality. And clearly, regardless of the great degree of mystery encompassing this episode, a portion of James' companions, like Tiffany Haddish, are prepared to share genuine updates. And on his unexpected problem, well, on the off chance that you don't know it, Haddish and Fox return quite a while, so she certainly has more data coming straightforwardly from the family. And it ought to be viewed in a serious way, notwithstanding stunning the business with her disputable activities and explanations. In the new months, Tiffany has forever been a dear companion of Jamie Foxx, and he transparently safeguarded the entertainer from the public reaction in 2018. Fox posted a photographs of himself presenting with Drake and Haddish from an Oscars party, with the accompanying subtitle, "It was God's arrangement to run into these gifted people." Tiffany Haddish, the new sovereign of satire, and the youthful Canadian, albeit these two aren't Biff, they are positively very close. And it makes sense of why Tiffany approaches the data inaccessible to the press and others. She is profoundly stressed over the entertainer's continuous well-being emergency, and pray is difficult for him to recuperate. While visiting with diversion this evening during Tiffany Organization's Fifth Road lead, resuming, Tiffany shared, "I have heard that he's doing great. We have a ton of common companions that are keeping me refreshed. I've been supplicating truly hard for him. I love that man a ton. That is my huge brother." Well, Jamie might in any case require our requests on the grounds that up to this point his Instagram post educates us nothing concerning his land, and could be posted by his family or friend group to redirect consideration from this occurrence. For over 3 weeks, the eyes and consideration of the public has been on Jamie Foxx, who was taken to Atlanta Clinic on April 11 with an undisclosed unexpected problem. And up to this second, as I make this video, every one of the ventures he has been dealing with needed to find a replacement for the entertainer for endless measure of time. So this top coming celebs about Jamie improving, in addition to this questionable distribution, appear to be very obscure, primarily in light of the fact that at first it was expressed that Jamie must be resuscitated following his well-being alarm. Thanks to the therapy that Fox got in the trauma center, he was balanced out, yet the episode might have transformed into a misfortune for his loved ones because of the seriousness and abruptness of the entertainer's well-being alarm. No big surprise, Tiffany requests that individuals continue to petition God for himself. And it truly feels like she isn't persuaded in him being OK, notwithstanding every other superstar attempting to let us know the panic is finished. And all that Jamie needs currently is a rest. Well, the most recent 3 weeks have been loaded up with hypotheses and claims about Jamie's state and specialists ran different tests, attempting to get to the reason for the entertainer's well-being alarm, notwithstanding the emanation of mystery. And definitely I get that his family has the privilege to keep his ailment hidden. It was at last uncovered to the public that James experienced hypertension, and the confusions from his sickness negatively affected him, the entertainer, which may ultimately cause clump development in the cerebrum, and even lead to a stroke, as specialists express the entertainer made them come somehow. And because of timing therapy, Jamie is fortunate to be alive yet at last, getting what they required the most. The updates, supposedly from the entertainer himself, individuals don't believe sufficiently. It's to demonstrate that the entertainer is doing a firm and hope to hear more subtleties coming from the family, the and dear companions. And it appears as though Tiffany is attempting to send everybody a message, implying that James' well-being alarm is not even close to its end. And the circumstance is far more basic than everybody envisions. Without precedent for quite a while, many fans concur with Tiffany. And despite the fact that she could have turned into a sovereign of debate, it doesn't have anything to do with her stresses over her dear companion. Jamie, one fan, remarked 3 weeks in the emergency clinic companions, requesting petitions to heaven, no remark from Jamie, which is what VIPs improve. A quick tweet, no lucidity on anything. These are horrible signs. I'm apprehensive Jamie Foxx is in a trance-like state, and in a coma, as one more added, definitely no virtual entertainment presence. For a month he wouldn't do that to every one of his fans. And all that he would post something genuine that Jane didn't show up via virtual entertainment since April 6. Furthermore, well, I exceptionally question he possessed any energy for that anyway. What makes what is happening bizarre is that there were practically no correspondence of his loved ones with the press, regardless of Fox's girl Corinne being the one to share the report about her dad's well-being alarm on Instagram. She gave unclear insights concerning his state, and added the facts may show that James posted nothing himself, and his record is currently shown to his party anyway. After this update, numerous celebs leaped to fill Jamie's remark segment with the expressions of their affection and backing. And it appears to be very off-putting, as though they believe every one of the remarks with questions should go down and not be apparent. And it seems like a couple of individuals, including Tiffany Haddish, who don't partake in this act, and request that individuals continue to petition God for the entertainer. It seems like in spite of the sparkles of trust. And that Instagram post, Jamie's condition had evidently not transformed. I mean, this story is really obscure, thinking about that Fox is being supplanted in each and every task he takes part in, beginning from his film back in real life, and finishing with the Fox game show Beat Shazam, which Fox himself sent off as chief maker and host in 2017. The show shooting has continued without the Django Unchained star, who has been hospitalized with a secret sickness for very nearly a month. Jane's little girl Corinne, who likewise recently worked at the show as a DJ, has additionally seen missing from recording, and won't be returning. One more Jamie's venture back in real life is additionally kept shooting with substitutes and body duplicates for Fox, and has purportedly wrapped without the entertainer's presence. In set, evidently, the creation group has lost all desires to complete the film without its primary star, and needed to continue in any case, regardless of the insider, saying that the entertainer is responsive and caution, and clearly can arrive at his telephone to write several lines via web-based entertainment. This actually is by all accounts obscure, and as much I couldn't want anything more than to accept that James is doing approve something simply doesn't make any sense in the story. And I'm not by any means the only one. Clearly Tiffany Haddish stays one of a handful of the VIPs who would rather not fool individuals with happy lies with these updates uncovered about Jamie's non-appearance in his ongoing task. Tiffany Haddish is among those celebs who are as yet persuaded, exactly the way that serious the circumstance keeps on being, while family likes to keep the subtleties hidden. Fox has been in the emergency clinic throughout recent weeks, Yet as Tiffany says, it's encouraging to know he's getting the assistance he really wants and is encircled by adoration and presence of his family. And keeping in mind that she doesn't say straightforwardly not to accept the tales about Jamie getting better, there's as yet a slight opportunity that Tiffany understands better compared to any other individual, considering she is quite a wild companion of Jamie, and may approach to additional more subtleties. Dissimilar to Tiffany, different big names keep uplifting perspective, as though Jamie is now out of the emergency clinic and back to work. For instance, Kevin Hart attempted to persuade the crowd in the fast advancement of Jamie's recuperation anyway, as he expressed, after he doesn't have the foggiest idea about every one of the subtleties. I don't have the foggiest idea about the subtleties, or the specific subtleties concerning what's happening. However, as far as anyone is concerned, there's a ton of movement and a universe of better. Well, this multitude of merry updates coming from famous people don't trick anybody. And as many fans say, until they see Jamie Foxx in tissue before the camera, this dramatization will not be finished. So while his family attempts to redirect all consideration from the entertainer, there haven't any genuine confirmation that he is truly doing great. As it's been said by other celebs, clearly the family doesn't believe that anybody should understand what his condition is, which just makes a few fans feel that he has never posted that message. As one client remarked, I don't know whether Jimmy posted on his virtual entertainment by and by, or on the other hand, assuming it was his friend group. I really want to believe that he's truly OK and making progress toward recuperation. And one more added, James didn't send that message, get out whatever you need. I will have a hard time believing it until I see him out the clinic. Then I'll accept that he's OK. Well, it's difficult to trick anybody nowadays. And until James shows up on a screen himself, I'm apprehensive there will be hypotheses about his state. And taking into account every one of his undertakings continue on without him, it just adds more weight to Tiffany had an assertion about.